Welcome to Ireland, everybody. It's Adam here with another video. I am in a hidden little glen somewhere in County Kerry in Ireland, and I just wanted to share a video with you. I've been in the country now for about 2+ weeks. I just came out of an off-grid cabin in Canada. I was recording an album there for those of you who've been following my videos. That wrapped up, and I'm out here doing a bunch of video music stuff dedicated to European landscapes and places. So that's what I'm doing out here. But I'm also enjoying myself, and I wanted to share some advice and some tips on the places I'm traveling to while I'm out and about. So this is just a general guide for Dublin. This is not crazy specific, it's just a general to give you an idea. If you're thinking about going, I highly recommend going, of course. So we're just gonna get right into it. First thing you need to know basically is there's Ireland and then there's Dublin, very different places. So I'll explain everything about Dublin in this video, and I'm going to do a video about Ireland generally in another video. So first thing you need to know is that you're coming here for the culture and the history, not the weather. If you want a tropical vacation, do not come to Ireland. As you can see, I got my toque on. It's a pretty chilly morning here. It's April 2023, getting towards the end of April, and it's pretty chilly in the mornings, you know. It rains very often here. That's why everything is so lush and green. So just know that you're coming for the history and the culture. Speaking of history and culture, while you're in Dublin, you want to do these two things. Learn hard and play hard. Go to the museums. Go to the art gallery, because they're free and they're incredible. They're free, they're right downtown. Why wouldn't you go? You will learn so much, get such an appreciation for the place you're in. You'll see all the old Celtic adornments and jewelry. You'll see the old medieval weaponry. You'll see stuff that you would never have expected to see in this part of the world. So I highly recommend museums and art galleries in Dublin. My next point I want to make is come for the music. If you're not going to come for anything else, come for the Irish music. A big reason why I'm here is because I love Irish traditional music, and it is everywhere downtown. If you haven't experienced a traditional Irish session, you got to come to Dublin and experience it. An Irish session is where musicians playing all sorts of different traditional instruments like, you know, fiddle, concertina, little accordion, the pipes, all sit around a table in some corner in some pub and just play instrumental music for hours and hours. It's the heartbeat of the culture, and I can't recommend it enough. So the place I really liked was the Cobblestone. So if you're coming, look up the Cobblestone. They have sessions every night. It's a very tight packed place, so get there early, but I mean, you can't beat it. The atmosphere is so great. And on top of the traditional sessions, if you walk down the main strip of the nightlife area where Temple Bar is, you're going to see a guitarist and a singer like in half the bars down there. Just follow your ears, because you'll find something you like down there. There's all kinds of music, and that makes for a way better stay in the city as far as I'm concerned. So come for the music. Some of us have this idea that Dublin is some hidden gem, some like forgotten port town. Because, you know, we hear stories growing up, like I have some Irish in my ancestry, and we hear about the famine and the hard times, and we think like, you know, Ireland's small, so yeah, there's, you know, it's a quieter place. No. Dublin, here's my point. Dublin is busy. It's a busy, bustling place. There are thousands of people roaming the streets all day, every day. The thing about Europe is it's extremely interconnected with flights. It's cheap to fly anywhere, so you have people from any European country you could imagine flying here for a couple days just to have a couple days away. And you hear every language under the sun pass you by on the streets. It's very busy, very modern, it's very built up. There's crazy modern big skyscrapers around, and there's also, you know, buildings that go back to the 1100s right downtown. So you get a mix of everything, and it is a busy place. All right, another point I wanted to make is that Dublin is not cheap. The economy right now is kind of booming post-COVID. This is 2023, so I mean, it's expensive to travel there. Accommodation is expensive. So a coffee costs like €3.50, you know, which is like $5 Canadian or like $4 American. So everything is pricier. If you're traveling around by car, gas is very expensive. It just goes on and on and on. So bring some money with you, because you're gonna probably spend, like I have, spend more than you intended to. A pint of Guinness is like, I don't know, 7 or 8 euro usually. The nice thing though is that you don't have to tip anybody at the bars or the restaurants. So that is a bit of a saving grace, because everything else is so expensive. Just something to consider. I wanted to let you know that Dublin is not a cheap place. It's a pretty pricey place to stay. So now you know. All right, and the last thing I wanted to mention is that Dublin is very interconnected. It's very easy to get around and it's very well organized. So like when you fly into the Dublin airport, there's all kinds of transportation going straight to the downtown core. They're all waiting for you to show up. They know you're coming. And it's easy to get on the Dublin Express, the bus, and go right downtown to where you're staying. And then from there, there's a beautiful tram. And the tram is like state-of-the-art, you know, stereotypical European state-of-the-art, just like flawlessly amazing compared to anything I was on when I was living in the city, you know, a derelict streetcar of Toronto when I was going to school. Like, these things are amazing. They're very efficient, and I think it was like $3 return trip wherever I had to go. €3 that is. So, you know, it wasn't outrageous, and it was super efficient, and it was just so easy to get around. And then once you're downtown, everything you need is downtown. Cafes, pharmacies, grocery stores, like anything you could imagine is right downtown, because it's a bustling, busy city. Last but not least, bring an umbrella, because it's probably gonna rain when you're in Ireland and in Dublin. And buy one if you're not gonna pack it, because you'll need it probably. So don't forget about that one. So just in closing, Dublin is an amazing intro to the Irish culture. You're gonna get everything there. It's a crazy busy city. It's very different from the rest of Ireland. So like, I like to say there's Dublin, then there's Ireland. When you do come here, you're gonna have a great time. And I'm gonna make another video on the rest of Ireland, because I'm taking a lot of footage while I'm here. So stay tuned for that one. And to all my regular viewers, thanks for watching. And if you're just showing up here, feel free to subscribe and like the video. And I will see you at the next one. Thanks, everybody.